Welcome to the Chef's Kitchen. I'm your host, Tina Marie, and today we're joined by Chef Dave Banks of Harry's Hospitality Group in Wilmington, Delaware.
Thank you.
Wonderful to have you here, friend.
Good to be back. Good to be back.
Good to have you. Now, I know we have some absolutely stunningly beautiful seafood on our set today, straight from Ippolito Seafood in Philadelphia. Really gorgeous.
Yeah, good large shrimp and scallops. Pretty simple dish today, but I like the vegetables in today's markets, and I like to see as many vegetables as I can get and not so much protein anymore.
Okay,
I love fat stuff. Well, no, it's always been me, but it's a refreshing way to eat. You don't have to have so much protein, and you can have some good seasonal vegetables. A couple things we're going to do. We've got some work to do.
Excellent.
We're going to peel grape tomatoes. We're going to cut them. We're going to work with some butternut, some Brussels sprouts, and some persimmon, and some parsley. Just a shrimp and scallop dish, pretty simple. What do you want to do? Peel the tomatoes or the shrimp?
Let's see. I'll peel the shrimp. I like to work with that seafood. Those shrimp are so large. Look at this, incredible. Look at this.
Yeah, it's a good sized shrimp.
These are U10s and from Ippolito Seafood, which has a wide array of seafood. And they actually deliver right to your door.
Fantastic.
So you can get anything from crab cakes or scallops, shrimp, turbo, some unusual fishes, which is really nice to have right in Center City.
Go ahead and peel.
Okay. Now, tell me what you're doing with the tomatoes.
Well, we're going to blanch and shock these tomatoes and get the skin off of them, just that simple.
Okay.
And they're just a little grape tomato, nice, naturally sweet. And if I do it right, we'll have success, and if I don't, we'll figure it out. We're going to be using some spices today, or actually herbs, I'm sorry, from Dorot.
Dorot
and
herbs.
They're a frozen herb. A lot of varieties, really good integrity to them. I really like the flavor. The convenience of them is fantastic.
Isn't it interesting, too, how they come in these, what look like little ice cube trays?
And you leave them frozen, you use them just like that.
They're so fresh, they're actually frozen in the fields. So it really, you do not need to buy fresh herbs anymore. Especially, there's a lot of waste that goes with using fresh herbs. Sometimes you just need a tablespoon.
Yeah, they sit in your refrigerator and they just bought out. Yeah.
And these have a shelf life of 2 years, which is
right?
really nice.
You know one thing I found with them that I didn't know until I bought them? They're inexpensive.
Yes.
Really convenient, really inexpensive. You can't beat that.
Absolutely
I'm gonna just
not.
crank up my flame a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, you're doing great.
Okay, and I'm leaving the tails on, Chef. Did you want me to leave the tails on?
Sounds like a plan. I like that. Scallops, nice large dry sea scallop. You can see it almost feels sticky, but that's a dry sea scallop.
Is that what we're looking for when we're purchasing our scallops, Chef, to make sure they're dry?
Yeah, dry sea scallops will sear up a lot better for us, and they also just fresh as can be. That mussel, a little tip and technique. That mussel comes off. It's a little bit tough if you cook it with it on. It's a little tough, but that mussel has a great application for using for a little fond or a stock.
Oh, that's interesting.
So in the restaurants, we'll hold on to those and make some nice little broth. We're going to take this. This is a little different way of cutting the shrimp. Actually, butterflying from the bottom.
Oh, okay. From actually the inside.
Your Chinese and Japanese restaurants will do that. They'll tempura them and they butterfly them from the bottom. So just bring your hand down.
See.
And my knife's just touching my finger but not cutting through the back skin.
So you have to be very careful.
Well, you do and don't. It's almost more of a pushing than a cutting motion.
Okay.
And then that's just a little technique. And then you can see the sand track.
And you just
right
discard it
there,
that way.
Yeah.
Very interesting technique.
And you're good. Drop those tomatoes right in that water for me.
Absolutely.
You're blanching.
Blanching tomatoes.
And you're going to be shocking. You can throw them in all at once if you want.
All at once, got it. Now, is this a recipe that would possibly be at Harry's Seafood Grill?
Yeah, this is a very common type thing. We're going to use some butternut and some Brussels sprouts.
Cooked something from the show? Went to a restaurant that you loved? Found a place serving innovative cocktails or impressive wine? Become a fan of the Chef's Kitchen on Facebook and share your thoughts. We're back with more of today's recipe.
Let's fish those out of there, put them right in that ice water.
Okay.
Use that slotted spatula.
Tell me about what you have going on at Harry's Hospitality Group. I know you have some a new project that...
Yeah. Well, we're a little over a year old. We've got a tavern restaurant in Trolley Square in Wilmington called Kid Shalene's. It's been a mainstay of the Trolley Square neighborhood for many, many years. And it's something that we're very excited about. A great opportunity. We were affiliated with that years ago when we were with another restaurant group before we went straight into Harry's. So we know the property, we know the neighborhood, we know the restaurant. It's a lot of fun.
Great. So it's a little bit more of a casual atmosphere.
It's
then.
casual. It's sports, TVs. It's dance parties on Thursday nights.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a great Sunday brunch. It's just entrenched in the neighborhood. So we've got outside dining. We've got ample parking, which is very rare in the city. So we have a real good. Real good thing going on. Yeah, we are having fun. We've got we're a little over a year old.
I'm jumping in and peeling these.
Perfect.
Would you like me to do that?
Yep, drop them right back in there.
Perfect.
Then we're going to put a little olive oil, a little salt on that, and we're good. I'm just going to wash my hands real quick.
Excellent. Butternut squash. I love butternut squash.
See, me too. And
it's ubiquitous now, really. I mean, you see it in every restaurant and it's prepared in so many ways, but I never get tired of it.
if you cut it fine enough, eating it raw is delicious. Cooked, pureed in soups, as a main vegetable. It's just, I deal with it pretty good. I like it. What we're going to do is we're going to do a little julienne of it, a very fine julienne of it. And I might do some of that water, and I might take a chance on pureeing some up too. We'll see if we have enough time.
Excellent.
Which I think we do.
And maybe with some of our Rosa olive oil?
Yeah, absolutely.
Quite possibly. Another Philadelphia company.
Is it?
Several generations.
Yeah, yes it is. Yeah, sure.
The Foti family, several generations in Philadelphia. All right, so boiling water.
Boiling
and that
water.
has not been salted,
No,
correct?
but I am going to salt it a little bit right now because I want to get a little flavor into that squash. But natural sweetness, it just heightens the flavor. It won't take away from it.
Now, what will we be doing with this?
Well, this is going to get feathered in, really fine, feathered in with the Brussels sprouts.
Okay.
So we're going to eat it raw and cooked. We're going to puree that. We're going to press it right through a sieve.
Oh, nice.
And then use that as part of the sauce, I guess. Now, we're also going to get...
Matchstick size.
Yeah, just that little teeny. And I'm just going to park that right there.
Never had this raw.
Oh, yeah.
May I?
Please. It's tender.
And
it's
it's
small
still
enough.
sweet.
It's sweet.
It's still
And
sweet,
it's
just
tender.
crunchy.
What do you want to use? You want to use some basil today?
You mean one of our herbs?
Yeah,
I would
let's
love
see
to
if we
use
have
basil.
some basil, maybe some garlic.
I would love to use basil because basil is the most famous for going bad in your refrigerator, the quickest, I think.
It browns
I
up
think it
fast.
wins
Yeah,
the
as soon as
award.
it hits heat, it browns up. It sits in there.
And you have to use like
Why don't
3
you
leaves.
drop a few cubes, like 4, 5, or 6 cubes in there, take a little bit of water, and we'll moisten that up, and we're going to use this as a little bit of a sauce, I guess.
Dorot owns the farms that these herbs come from. So there is a lot of control over the quality of these various herbs.
That is
and garlic.
key to success is
know where things are coming from.
Absolutely.
So we have a little bit of parsley, fresh parsley
A little
here.
bit of parsley. We're going to take some Brussels sprouts. And again, this Brussels sprouts is going to be in a raw preparation, like a real fine chiffonade or slicing. And Brussels sprouts are actually got a great flavor. When you start to eat them, you get a little horseradishy, a little spice to them, and that people
cooking
enjoy.
Brussels sprouts in a variety of ways also gives them a different flavor. Roasting them for a long time in the oven, it caramelizes them on the outside. Gives them a little crunch, which I love.
Yeah, with nuts and cherries and stuff. So this one we're going to use in just a little.
Raw?
We're going to eat it raw.
I love it raw. It keeps it crunchy.
Yeah, and your vitamins are intact. Your good nutritional qualities are intact. The butternut squash as well. If they're tender, we'll press them through the sieve. If they're not tender, we're just going to let them cook. The mushier, the better. One thing nice about butternut, it will not lose its color as a green vegetable will so much.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back. We now return to the chef's kitchen.
We're going to put some persimmon in season, nice. This is a little spicy. This is going to be a little bit sweet. This is going to be a little bit Italian, and all that's
Got
good.
everything taken
How
care
are
of.
we doing on that there? Is
Now,
it tender?
At what point do you want this to come out?
Well, I want it to be mushy tender. See? Mushy
Oh,
tender?
yes.
Good.
So this
we're
is
good.
essentially done, right?
That is. You see that sieve and bowl right there?
Yes.
Bring it this way.
Would you like me to
No,
turn
leave
off?
that on. Then just put it right there. It's perfect. The key to this is if I can press it through there. Which
Yes.
The more time to make it mushy, the better. It won't hurt a thing. Let me continue
So
this.
persimmons.
Persimmons.
Is this a fruit that you like to work with?
I do, and in this season, it's great. It's just, taste it. Now this one's getting really ripe, so it's super sweet.
This is the season, correct?
This is the season.
What is the season? Winter,
Yeah.
typically?
Right?
It's got a nice, very gentle taste, not overly sweet, but has a nice, firm consistency. Almost like a
What are
very
you-
ripe
What are you,
pear.
persimmon farmer?
No, I love fruit.
Do you? Yeah.
And I love fruit in savory dishes.
Me too. You're all good.
What a lovely little salad. Really.
It's getting there. Getting there. Now let's do another, let's do a red pepper.
Dorot chopped chili. And how many would you like,
I
Chef?
don't know, half a dozen.
I don't know. All right,
We're
good.
just cooking.
I like it nice and spicy.
No rules. Well, we'll be in control of that. All right.
A little more.
All right. That's great.
Perfect.
Cooking there. This
Here's
is
how it looks coming out. Just like an ice cube tray. One
That's right.
teaspoonful size.
one
is each of
teaspoon
those
is each
cubes.
cube.
So at least we can keep track.
I like that.
So you are straining out all of the liquid.
Yo, now I'm going to make a puree of this, and this is
Okay.
going to sieve through. This is old school cooking here. I didn't want to pull out the blender, and it's just a little bit. So
Okay.
we're just going to mush it and make
Puree
a
it
little
by
puree
hand.
it by hand. See how baby food smooth that
That's
butternut
an
gets?
excellent way to describe it, Chef. Baby food smooth. It is low in calories, very good for you.
I'm just going to, well, here's some calories, but just a little
Is this
touch
our
of
rosa
olive oil.
oil?
It is.
Perfect.
So we just do that just to give it a little shine, and this will work.
I liked also how you chopped the butternut squash up small so that it boiled up quickly.
Yeah,
It didn't
and
take a long time.
You
to
can
get.
do it any number of ways. You can take your bigger, hunkier, whatever. Today for the show, we're just going to go a little bit speedy, and that's the idea. We're getting ready to sear the scallops and the shrimp. We'll do individual pans. This is persimmon,
Persimmon, Brussels sprouts,
little fresh parsley.
parsley. Okay.
Just going to make a little salad out of that.
Okay.
Just that simple. I put, I think I put a little pepper in it before, and a little bit of salt, and there's just a little more pepper. As we're gonna, a spoon right there.
Certainly. Now the reason
Thanks.
for butterflying the shrimp, Chef, is that to speed up the cooking process,
No,
or just
a
for the way it
different look.
looks?
That was just want to
Okay.
show a little tip and technique. Everybody sees it from the top.
Yeah.
And the shrimp are curled like this. You'll see that these actually flatten out and the tails stick up. So it's just a little presentation. Tempura shrimp generally are butterflied from the bottom. That's how you get that butterflied look and that tail
Yeah,
coming
that's-
out.
yes.
So they butterfly from the bottom. And I just wanted to show that. This needs, since we've got,
Take that little tag off.
take the tag off because
Do
it's
you usually
just,
roll it before you? Is that a wise tale? Or does that really work?
no, it works. It softens up the inside. You want to roll it? Roll it.
Sure.
Roll.
Sure. I want to
You roll.
I want to work my
You
biceps
work
a little
your
bit,
bicep.
right?
I like
You're
it.
talking about that meat being strained. It got me all into that mode.
Yeah, forcing your meat through a sieve, that's no fun. Just a
No,
little
those
bit.
days are over, right, Chef?
Well,
You never know.
you never know is right. You never know.
I like how you say it in a high-pitched voice. You never know.
When
That's
the power goes out and your machines don't work,
That's exactly right.
you're still
You
in
have to
it.
know how to bring back
You're
techniques
still
like
in it.
this.
That's right, old school. Okay, good. That's just done. Our tomatoes are done.
Good.
I'm just going to move the stuff around a little bit. Rehydrated. Put a spoon in each one of those for
Yes.
me. We're going to plate up here.
Excellent. Beautiful how the seafood cooks up really nice and fast.
Oh, it should
You
go
can-
nice. Salt, pepper.
The fact that
On
Ippolito's
the-
delivers is tremendous.
That is really convenient. And this is really a fresh seafood. I'm impressed.
And the quality is, really beyond compare, as you can tell. Just really plump shrimp, gorgeous, enormous scallops. So nice hot pan and some olive oil,
Nice
right,
hot
Chef?
pan, some olive oil. scallops are going to take a little more time than that, just a little more time than the shrimp. Shrimp go pretty quick. So we'll get the scallops started first.
Now scallops, it's tricky sometimes for me to judge how long to cook the scallops so that they're not undercooked but cooked just enough, because it's important for a scallop to be cooked just enough.
Well, it is, but scallop a little opaque in the scallop, a little clear inside. It depends on your palate.
Okay.
For me, I obviously eat it sashimi style. You know, you can eat it raw. If it's fresh seafood, you can eat it raw. The scallop, if it gets overcooked, it's a little bit tough.
Chewy.
Right? Generally speaking, if you have enough oil, you see that nice brown edge, you get a nice sear on it, we turn it over, it does not take long.
Stay tuned. We'll be back with more from the chef's kitchen. We're back with more from the chef's kitchen.
We're going to take the shrimp, same way. Okay.
So essentially the same technique.
Pretty much, we're just sauteing. All right. Do that. There's just a little butternut in combination right there.
Now I know, Chef, you're involved in a lot of philanthropic efforts too. You donate your time to a lot of charitable organizations.
It's really about community. It's about those types of opportunities, really, to do what's right. And Where Share Our Strength is a national organization out of D.C. that we've been doing Harry's Hospitality Group for 20 plus years.
How brown they are, they're fabulous.
See, great crust, great edge on them. I call it an edge.
Great edge,
and
I like that.
That is just exactly how it wants to be. Those want to be just like that. So now if you just tasted that, just like that, it's got some character to it, got some flavors. You don't have to mess with it too much. Yeah.
Wow. And the Brussels sprouts really retain their freshness when they're in their raw state.
Right.
We have 3 minutes, Chef.
Beautiful wine.
An excellent selection from our director.
A little deglazing of that shrimp. In the cart.
When the shrimp curl up like that, Chef, is that a sign that they're almost done?
When you butterfly them like that, that's exactly the look you want. You'll see it on the plate. We won't kill the wine, but just a little bit of that lemon on there, just to see how just a couple drops. My scallops are done. That's done. We've got some spice going on here. This is going to be so good. We're going to have sweet, we're going to have spicy, we're going to have crunchy, we're going to have nice, rich, and delicate scallops.
And beautiful colors, too, with the orange of the butternut squash and the red of the chili pepper.
This is the basil. All right. Let's just pull that basil right through it. You get those flavors going on.
So quickly, both the scallops and shrimp came up. You actually cooked them together.
I tell you, as much as I tried to mess it up, that scallop is just fantastic.
And you can actually smell the freshness.
Right.
Really? It smells like the sea, which is a
Smells
beautiful
delicious.
thing.
Now, we've got the shrimp. Let's bring the shrimp out here. Yeah. Let's bring
Beautiful
that out
presentation.
like that. Oh, we've got 2 more things.
Ah.
We've got the salad. We've got 3 more things. And these beautiful tomatoes.
Oh, that's
so
right.
let's work this salad. Since I made that so ugly, it's really ugly to me.
What is ugly? The tomatoes?
No, the way I slapped this stuff. So we'll hide that.
Chefs are so hard on themselves.
Well,
I'll tell you.
We like to call it, make it look like a
looks
plan.
pretty to me, actually.
Make it look like a plan, not a mistake. I tell my guys that all the time.
Well, this is a good technique. How to cover up some maybe mishaps.
How to make a mistake look like a plan.
Make a nice fresh salad and nobody will know.
Yeah, that's right. Now, see?
Look at
Done.
that.
We're pretty. We're back to pretty again.
I love that.
That's funny. So look, we get some tomato in there.
Okay.
Dropping them in. And there's no right or wrong, oddball count, whatever. I don't like too contrived stuff. I don't like it have to be perfect every time, like a spoke or something.
Right.
I kind of wad it up.
Naturally, artistically casual.
Remember?
Oh yes, of course, our butternut matchstick squash.
A little bit of butternut matchstick squash. And this
Lots of great techniques
it does need,
utilized.
This has got to have some of that
the little zip of chili.
Because you got sweet going on and you got some of that chili. Now there's Dorot chili pepper is one of my favorites. I don't know how they do it, but that is just as sharp.
Absolutely, I know.
Without being, doesn't ever taste for it. It's just, that's like eating a chili pepper. Just like we had a chili pepper on set here.
On set, right, exactly.
And it's just like eating that.
Opening up for us. Is this ready to go,
That's
Chef?
It. That's it.
Without further ado, this looks like a triumph to me, Chef. So I'm going to pass you a fork and a knife.
Thanks.
And I hope you'll join me as we dig into this seafood delight we have here. It's a duo of seafood. These scallops are gorgeous, and you know what?
They are perfect. Yeah, see how good that?
Perfectly cooked,
Crunch
Chef.
up. See that? A dry scallop will do that. A wet scallop will not do that.
No. Incredibly fresh and perfectly cooked, Chef. A triumph.
I got lucky, right?
Beautiful. No, you knew exactly what you were doing. Beautiful to look at. I want to taste a little bit of this salad with the butternut squash.
Yeah.
Fresh, natural. Let us toast to a magnificent day on the Chef's Kitchen with you, Chef David Banks.
Thank you.
Harry's Hospitality Group. Great to work with Dorot herbs, rose olive oil. We've got a lot of good things happening here on the set today.
Enjoyed being here. Thank you.
Great day. Thanks so much, Chef.
Cooked something from the show? Went to a restaurant that you loved? Found a place serving innovative cocktails or impressive wine? Become a fan of the Chef's Kitchen on Facebook and share your thoughts. Craft services provided by Garces Trading Company, a European-style gourmet market where you can enjoy delicious bistro fare in a bright, airy setting. Flowers on the set provided by Nature's Gallery Florists, distinctive floral arrangements with European flair. Since 1929, Ippolito's has been Philadelphia's premier gourmet seafood market. Stop in today for the finest selection of fresh fish and seafood from the store that supplies the top chefs, or choose from our menu of over 100 prepared items, from our famous all-shrimp salad, jumbo lump crab cakes, and seafood lasagna, to lobster pot pie, surf and turf tacos, and our exclusive ahi tuna cheesesteak. Our food is prepared fresh each day with all natural ingredients, and we have free delivery. Ippolito's, shop where the chefs shop.
Appearing on this show is one of the stronger points of our marketing and advertising techniques. The show is a great way to get out there. Many people see it. I get comments all the time from people that see it every placement that we have. It's been a real pleasure, and it always is a pleasure. I've done a lot of shows with Chef's Kitchen, and it's always a pleasure to come back and do it again.